I'm here with Greg with ABQ IT. Greg has been a partner with us since 2022. Greg, could you just start and share a little bit about ABQ IT and, how you got into this as a business?
I come from an entrepreneurial family. My dad is an inventor. He's got a couple patents under his belt. And back in the 90s, he invented a process for recycling plastic. And so, he moved on to different types of recycling and just into the recycling industry and the business. He started working with another company here in town that was doing computer recycling. He approached me, hey, this business that I'm working with, there's a lot more of this material out there than what they are looking to handle. Would you be interested in going into business, starting our own thing and doing this? And I took him up on it, and quit my job, and we put some money in together to start the company. And, it took a couple of years, but it eventually just took off for us.
Before you started with Abstrakt, how are you guys growing and getting new business?
So on the professional services side, it kind of worked out. We started getting some business there, using our existing customer base from the recycling side. But on the managed services side, where, it's all inclusive and we're coming in and doing everything for the business, we really realized that we were going to have to go out and find businesses that we weren't working with that were open to having a fully comprehensive managed services provider doing 100% of the IT within their business, and that made sense for them. And so it became a different motion for us on the marketing side.
And how has the relationship been? I know it's been, we're going on 4 years now. How's the process been overall?
It's been good. We wanted to rank number one on Google, and we built our own website, and we also wanted another means to fill the top of funnel for people who weren't necessarily going out and searching for it on the internet, but who were receptive either through serendipitous timing, and so between those two forms of getting leads and filling our top of funnel, in some of the cold email campaigns, the Abstrakt's put together for us that have really unlocked some opportunities that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise.
What success have you had over the course of the 4 years? I was looking over here at your pipeline. Seems like you've won quite a few deals, have a lot out in proposal still. Could you talk a little bit about that?
We were able to tell Abstrakt the type of customer that we were looking for, share with them our differentiators, especially when it comes to compliance and cybersecurity and that kind of thing. They got us in the door with businesses that we wouldn't have, I don't think, had opportunities with otherwise, where, the timing happened to be really good where they call, or the message resonated really well when it came to cybersecurity. And to date, it's somewhere in the range of $20,000 to $30,000 a month in monthly reoccurring revenue in businesses that are, that we wouldn't have gotten otherwise, and that are like great reference portfolio companies for us to be able to talk about. Those opportunities are just really exciting for us and has worked out, exactly how we had hoped it would work out when we first started the relationship with Abstrakt. And it's basically, succeeded as much as anybody could hope for.
What would be your advice to someone who's potentially looking at hiring Abstrakt and, maybe is a little skeptical, don't know if they want to outsource this, or maybe they've tried it in the past and it hasn't worked? What would you say to them?
As business owners in this space especially, we get a ton of calls from companies like Abstrakt. The nice thing about Abstrakt that sold me, and that is, number one, you guys are US based. The folks at Abstrakt seem to plug in really well with the culture and the understanding, across the United States, and being able to talk. And you're in a place in the Midwest there where there's not really any thick accent. You could be calling from any hometown anywhere in America. So the other thing I would say that's really important to consider is, do you have a good sales process as a business? And are you confident that you can close the leads that they're gonna provide for you? Because Abstrakt will line up the deals, they'll fill your top of funnel, they'll give you those opportunities. But if you're not confident that you can close on those opportunities, you might want to hold off a little bit and be really strategic about building out your sales process, making sure you have a sales process that you think is going to work.
What would you say is a sort of a hidden benefit of Abstrakt, where it's something you really enjoyed after coming on and partnering with us, but maybe in the front you didn't expect?
We had the opportunity to work with the same sales development representative for many, many years. She just was really great to work with over time, and it felt like one of our employees. It's not easy to pick up the phone and dial these calls and talk to these people and try to get them to jump on an appointment. So I was expecting a lot higher turnover, than what we saw with our sales development representative. So that was great to be able to work with the same person for literally years, and get her to see her develop her technique, improve her technique, and get us in the doors with some really exciting opportunities. A pleasant surprise in our ability to dig into the work that you all were doing there and provide our feedback, and just kind of zeroed in on exactly what our messaging is and how we want it to sound like to represent our company.